Hello, my name's David Seaman, and this is the Three Lions Podcast.
Hello and welcome to the Three Lions Podcast. My name is Russell Osborne. This is your independent England football supporters podcast. How are you? Hope you're good. This is the review episode. It's the introduction for the review episode. It is currently, it's Thursday afternoon. I've just got home from work. I've got about 40 minutes until I need to catch a train to Wembley. So I thought, let's just squeeze this little introduction in before I head to Wembley and then ultimately on to Tirana. But firstly, thank you so much for your feedback, your comments, your downloads on the preview episode. They always seem to go down well. I know you like to hear different perspectives from different supporters. We had Philip from Serbia. We had Alden from Albania. So thank you to those guys. But as we speak at the moment, as I say, it's Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening tonight. We play Serbia in our last home game of this qualifying campaign for, next year's World Cup 2026. Of course, we are already there. I'm just looking out my window now. It's beginning to get dark now, isn't it? Of course, last month, the Wales game, clocks I don't think had gone forward back then. So yeah, it's starting to get dark now. I had heard that there was talk of some sort of storm. It's one of these storms that they've once again named. I don't know what name they've given it, to be honest, but I heard there's a storm on the way. I'm hoping that it's not going to disrupt anything tonight. But it's so mild at the moment. I was looking back on the fixtures this time last year. We had Greece away and the Republic of Ireland at home. I seem to remember it was a bit chilly then, but it's so mild at the moment. I'm just going to take a jacket tonight. No big coat. Back in the days of when it really was cold. I'm drawing the line at shorts though. Trousers for me tonight. Anyway, you don't need to know that. Where were we? Last episode, I think I mentioned that Mark Gay, Nick Pope and Anthony Gordon all withdrew from the squad. It appears that Mark Gay has continued with the squad but won't feature. But Thomas Tuchel has brought into the squad, as I predicted, James Trafford as the replacement goalkeeper for Nick Pope. And he's also brought in Chelsea's Trevor Chalobah. We shall see if either of them get any match action. I would imagine that there's more chance of Chalobah taking to the pitch than James Trafford, but stranger things have happened. There was also talk of Thomas Tuchel and will he play Jude Bellingham ahead of Morgan Rogers, both of them sort of having that number 10 position, it would appear. Now, he didn't give a clear indication of who he's going to start with tonight, but surely he will start Jude Bellingham, wouldn't he? Or is there still some undercurrent going on between them? I don't know. We shall see. No doubt they will both be named in the 23. Actually, something I read earlier today, of course, Alex Scott of Bournemouth was selected for this squad for the first time. There was a lot of talk about him gaining his first cap. He has not been selected as part of the 23. Now, I have read the reasons why, but I haven't fact checked it because it seemed a little bit far fetched. You might want to Google that one yourself. I don't want to go spreading lies or spreading fake news, but it seemed a little bit of a strange reasoning why Alex Scott wasn't part of the or isn't going to be part of the squad tonight. Right, I've rambled on for an introduction there. If you are going tonight, safe journey. If you're going to Albania, perhaps I'll see you there. But off to Wembley I go.
English football, we need you, every single one of you, to play your part in this. It's a FIFA World Cup 2026 European qualifier. Come on, England!
So it's a large England surfer flag coming up on the home end. I think, from where I'm standing, it looks like it's made up of England flags. With a large St George's cross in the middle of it. I'm sure it probably looks better from the other end of the stadium than the angle I've got at it. With all the pre-match fireworks, the air is a bit... It's full of smoke, really. You can't really see. So this is the Serbian anthem. I'm just casting my eye to the left of me. There's a section for Serbian fans with no Serbian fans in it. I'm not quite sure what the reasoning was, but there are no Serbian fans tonight, which is a shame. Otherwise it would have been a decent atmosphere. As I said, it was dry when I left earlier, but it's drizzly and damp now. Ideal conditions, some would say. But yeah, England-Serbia, here we go. 20 minutes in, we were 3-0 up against Wales this time last month. But with 0-0, and to be fair, not a great deal has happened. Saka with the opener, another superb goal. Keeper's parried it out. He's just hit it, hasn't he? Look at that, that's a great finish from Saka. Inside of the foot. Guided in, 1-0.
Having a place by number 10, Jude.
There you are. Rashford's done well this half, or this game so far. Been substituted off. I think I said in the preview episode, if Rashford and Bellingham were to both play on the same pitch, it'd be the first time you got a Barcelona Real Madrid player playing for England. They basically just passed each other, coming on and off. So that didn't happen. But no, Rashford's done well tonight. Seeing glimpses of the old Marcus Rashford. Oh, wonderful goal by Eze there. Serbia sort of had credit, had been pushing, trying to get an equaliser, and we broke away this time. It'd been end-to-end for a little while. I think Foden brought the ball down, crossed over to Eze, and Eze swept it past the keeper on the run. That said, it's gone to VAR.
What's happening here?
Right, it counts. There we go. On to Tirana.
So, reflecting back on the Serbia game, 2-0 victory, another clean sheet, overall a solid performance. I mentioned Marcus Rashford, but I should also mention Nico O'Reilly at left back. He looked comfortable too. Elliot Anderson, another good performance. I don't think anyone really put a foot wrong for Tuchel to say no, you're not up for consideration next year. So yeah, all in all, decent performance, good result. Turns out it was a night of achievements. 7th win in the group, still no goals conceded in the group, that is, of course. And if we win in Tirana, get this, we join Germany, who in 2018, Spain and the Netherlands in 2010, and West Germany back in 1982, who all done the same in World Cup qualifying, went unbeaten. And it would appear that this European campaign is also a good one for Norway and Spain, as they're also unbeaten. And Spain, like us, yet to concede at time of recording. So can you believe the last time we lost a World Cup qualifier was back in 2009? Ukraine beat us in, I think it was Dnipro, and I've got a feeling we were down to 10 men for that game. And I think I'm again right in saying that Rob Green was sent off for that and replaced by David James, or was it David James sent off and replaced by Rob Green? Either way, but that was the last time we lost, 2009. Quick arithmetic, 16 years ago. And speaking of goalkeepers, Jordan Pickford made it 10 clean sheets in a row for himself. The last time he conceded for England was when we lost at home to Greece. So may that continue in Tirana, providing he plays, of course. Now that game now is effectively a dead rubber, as Albania beat Andorra away 1-0. And basically they have made that playoff spot their own. A couple of other results from last night, just looking back. Ireland beat Portugal 2-0, which was a bit of a surprise, and Ronaldo sent off, which I find quite amusing, I have to say. France beat Ukraine 4-0 and secured their spot at next year's World Cup. They became the second UEFA nation to do so behind us. And I mentioned Norway. Well, they are effectively there. They beat Estonia 4-1, Haaland with a couple. Now, they are in the same group as Italy, and they're ahead of them, and they both face each other on the last day. But Norway beat Italy early on in the campaign, and they have a goal swing of 17 over the Italians. So, as I say, it would appear that they are at the World Cup, and Italy are once again heading for the playoffs, where on the past two occasions they fell at the feet of Sweden and North Macedonia. Surely it couldn't happen again, could it? Yeah, that's for them to worry about. But yeah, Norway at the World Cup, they could be, I don't think they're going to win it, but they could be a nation that could go far, obviously with Haaland if he stays fit. So I'm currently watching Slovakia against Northern Ireland in an Ibis hotel outside of Luton Airport. So I've got an early start there tomorrow. It's currently 0-0 between these two. Northern Ireland living on the edge. 2 VAR calls have gone in their favour. But before I hit the sack tonight, I just want to express my sadness at the news that Charlie Barlow, the founder of Balmy Flags, has passed away. Many of you will be aware of him and, of course, Balmy Flags. I had the pleasure of chatting with him at the start of the year about his company, how it all began, and just a little bit about him. And I know the quality of the flags that they produced, having had one myself, really quality. The standards they had and that Charlie set were very high. So I'd like to pass on my condolences to his family, his friends, and all at Balmy Flags. And as I said on Twitter, I think the ultimate tribute would be to have all of our flags on display in that Albanian away end.
And I've made it to Tirana. So, having been here before, I remembered what it's like. I like it as a city. It's like you fly in, and we flew down what I assume was the Dalmatian coast, where you can see all the islands just off the side of Croatia, because of course that's known for all its islands that it has, hundreds of them I believe, and Tirana or Albania just below that, and you fly into Tirana, and the city is like nestled within some mountains. For those of you that went to North Macedonia a couple of years ago, very similar to that, where that was nestled within mountains. It's the same here, but yeah, it's a busy city, lots of cars, buses around, lots of pavements falling apart, if you get my drift. But I like that kind of like rough and ready sort of side to it, and lots of beeping traffic and cars cutting each other up. In fact, the taxi we got from the hotel, from the airport to the city centre, electric car with its screen panel just to the side of the steering wheel. The taxi driver's playing music videos through that screen. I mean, that'd never be allowed back home. But here I found the ticket collection place, the guys at ESTC. I've picked up my ticket, had a natter with the guys from the FSA, picked up a copy of the Three Lions. Sun's out, shorts on. I think I'm going to go grab a beer, and I believe I'll go for a little bit of a hike with a couple of lads out into the mountains, out into those mountains that you can see that Tirana is surrounded by, and we'll just see how the weekend goes. Morning, Sunday morning. Yes, I did go for a hike yesterday, as it happens. Went with a few friends, few England fans. We went up into the mountains that, as I said at the time, you can see that surround the city of Tirana. And yeah, it was really good. Went up to a lake or a man-made reservoir, basically. And then there was these steps that were drilled into the side of a mountain that we could walk up. It takes you up higher, gets you a great view over the lake, and there's a platform where you can get your picture taken. It's really, really fantastic view, really fantastic afternoon. Really nice guide, Albanian fella, Reedy, I think his name was. Nice guy. Told us a lot about the area, a lot about Albanian culture, about the people. Wasn't too clued up on his football, he admitted that, but he was a genuinely nice guy. And there was a bar up there as well. Well worth a trek to have a beer and watch the sun go down over the mountains. But yeah, it got a bit chilly after that, I have to say. All the roads coming out of Tirana are chaotic, with cars, the colossal amount of cars, and just the general manner of driving. It leaves a lot to be desired, the driving in Tirana. But we came back unscathed. A lot of the roads going up to these mountains were unpaved. There was a lot of bouncing around. In this minivan, but well worth it. But there we go. That's that was the culture ticked off yesterday. This morning I've grabbed a coffee, come out for a wander, come out to where the stadium is, which isn't too far. Everywhere is walkable in the city.
just looking at the stadium as we speak at the moment. It's a strange stadium. You've probably seen pictures of it online. It's not even square on the outside. It's sort of concaved in various parts on its exterior, red and black and grey, much the colours of Albania. It's a glass fascia all the way around with these red, grey, black, sort of triangular. It's really hard to describe. Triangular, like blinds. That's not the right word for it on the outside, but I'm guessing they turn at some point where you can sort of adjust it so the sun doesn't come through. And then there's a massive tower that dominates like the skyline. There are a few towers around, but this particular one is part of the stadium structure. Glass, again, with red panels, maroon panels on it, and that is where I think there's like accommodation and there's offices there as well. But it's already busy. A lot of sellers selling flags, shirts already, and it's 11:30 in the morning. People getting ready for the game. It is busy. Whether it's normally this busy on a Sunday, I don't know. But a lot of people milling around. I'm going to go for a wander over to the stadium and I'll sort of explain what it's like a little bit more close up. So here we are. It's called the Air Albania Stadium. And so underneath it, there's the obligatory shop selling all the shirts. There's a Marriott hotel. You do take your life in your hands when you're crossing the road here. What else we got? There's a casino. There's a clothes shop. Terra, I don't know. Marella, there's another brand. Boss. These are all shops and businesses that are underneath the outside of the stadium. And it sort of goes all the way around. And then it looks like you've got your gate entrances in between each shop. It's different, but it's good. Do you know, I really wish I'd have bought my sunglasses. It's really bright, sun's out, got my shorts on. I'm glad I remembered those. But yeah, I think as a place to come, Albania, you could come to Tirana for a couple of days and then pop onto the coast for maybe a bit of a beach holiday. You could have a good week, like discovering Albania, I think. But anyway, I found myself, there's two what appears to be city centre grounds. Obviously there's the ground that England will be playing at later, the Air Albania Stadium, but I found myself now in the ground KF Tirana, which I haven't Googled it or Wikipedia'd it, but yeah, I've managed to get into the away section. I imagine this is. It's just the gate was open, wander in, as had plenty of other England fans. I'm just sitting in the stand in an empty stadium at the moment, taking a few pictures. I'll whack them on the socials later. But yeah, it's if you're looking for somewhere slightly off the beaten track to go to spend a week, I don't think you could go wrong with Albania. So it's 5 o'clock local time, got myself into the ground. Kick-off tonight is at 6. And I must say, getting in, that was one of the most thorough searches, I think, that I've had, maybe in a long time. I can't think of one similar. I mean, it's all pleasant, as it were, but yeah, every bag, every pocket, every wallet, all my coins had to go. Basically, I just gave it to the security guys, said, here, I have them. And there must have been a row of security, a row of police, there was the army. Each one wanted to pat you down and just check you time after time after time. There must have been about 4, 5 checks coming into the ground. But
I'm in. And yeah, it's a nice ground. It's new, it's tight, just as you've probably you'll see on the telly, as you'll see in the pictures. I'm in the lower tier towards the front of the stand. The upper tier is going to be full as well. Plenty of England flags being stuck up around. People are sticking them up with gaffer tape. Let's just go through. Who have we got? Redditch Blues, England Till I Die by Drodsky, Swindon Town, Ashington. Lots of balmy flags. But it's a two-tier stadium all the way around. The Air Albania Stadium. On my left-hand side, there's a stand that is a bit, I don't know, sort of reminiscent of like Luton Town's Kenilworth Road ground, where it's just like one flat side, or it used to be, of just executive boxes. And this side isn't executive boxes, but it's got like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, there's about 10 rows of seats that just go all the way along it. Above it, there are executive boxes and like media boxes. And then right above that is just one big TV screen. It's just the height, the seats are just the height of the lower tier. And then you look around the rest of the stadium, 2 tiers, all red seats. We've got TV screens in 2 corners, and then one side in the upper tier, one large, massive LED advertising screen. But we walked past a load of Albanian fans on the way in today, and they're all really passionate. I think it's going to be a really good atmosphere tonight. There was drums out. They were playing musical instruments. I think there's a guy on a clarinet or something. But plenty of people around. They're excited for the fixture, I think. First time England have played here with fans, obviously. On the big screen at the moment, it's just showing the Albanian team. I think they're walking into the stadium. We are an hour away from kickoff. So the team has been announced. We've got Dean Henderson in goal. Jarell Quansah starts, so he makes his England debut. Declan Rice, John Stones, Harry Kane, Jude Bellingham starts. Dan Burn also starts. Adam Wharton, Nico O'Reilly, who I said had a good game the other night. Eberici Eze starts, as does Jared Bowen. Whilst it's a strong team, it's almost a team that Thomas Tuchel has picked to say, well, we're through, everyone can get a game. It certainly feels that way. But let's hope they can all prove a point and prove that they are capable of being on that plane next year.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for attention.
There's 2 opera singers singing the England national anthem. And to say we weren't in time is an understatement. It's the Albanian national anthem.
That's half-time, 0-0. Opportunities, but every opportunity has really been straight at the keeper. Declan Rice had a couple, nothing really to talk of. They had a few chances, few corners. 0-0.
Just got a little bit spicy now. Henderson tackling well outside of his box. It hasn't gone down well with the home fans. Throwing drinks containers onto the pitch. Oh, I've cleared off the line. Oh, the game had been a bit sedate for a little while, and all of a sudden it's moved up an octave. Kane again. 2-0. Kane at the back post. Game over. Full time, 2-0. 2 goals to Harry Kane. 100% win record in the group. No goals conceded. Onwards to America.
And with that, I'm safely back home. I said at the beginning, didn't I, about the weather being mild. A couple of days in Tirana, and I come back and it's, my word, the weather has changed. It's really cold now. It certainly is where I am. And it's not ideal when, if you're in the same position as me, when you don't have a fully functioning boiler. But that's enough about my problems. It brings to the end another year of international football. Next games will be, March next year, where we're rumoured to be playing, I think it was Uruguay and Japan, but we'll wait and see. I guess it's going to depend on how the draw pans out. And the draw, when's the draw? I think the draw is the 5th of December for the World Cup. Obviously, I'll be looking at an episode once that's conducted. Hopefully we can get a draw. We'll know where we'll be playing next year, and all the little details will come out in the wash with that. All the little rumours that swirl around at this time of year will hopefully be confirmed. But yeah, as I say, I am back home after a great couple of days in Albania. I stand by what I said. Lovely place. If you're looking for somewhere to go, maybe a little bit cheaper, maybe a little bit off the beaten track. I think I said a couple of days in Tirana, fly into there. You can head to the coast. There's a place called Durrës, and then you can drop down the coastline. I think there's a place called Vlore, Vlore, which I'd heard about. That's supposed to be really nice. And if you're in the mood for a little bit more, you can carry on down and you'll find Corfu. But no, I thoroughly recommend it. Really enjoyed it. Met some great people as well. Met some usual faces, met some new faces, met some people that I'd just sort of spoken to online. So really enjoyed it. If I met you, hello to you guys. Love England away days. It's a chance just to catch up with people. We're all doing the same thing. We're all enjoying the same hobby. Right. I will be back with you very soon. As I say, that draw episode will come as and when. The Lionesses are in action very soon. We'll have a preview for that. But yeah, in the meantime, don't forget you can follow the show on all the usual social media channels. Just search Three Lions Podcast. But in the meantime, I'll catch up with you then. Take care of yourselves. Cheers.